Hi Kansas City, and welcome to the Weekly Report. I'm Kamiko Black-Gilmore, and these are the top 3 things you should know this week. Basketball, Broadway shows, galas, conferences, and entertainment. These are the hundreds of events that happen here at your entertainment facilities. Each year, city-owned facilities host hundreds of events that bring car shows, sporting events, and you downtown. These events also bring revenue to our city through the hotel, motel tax, and rental fees. You can see all of these great events and what we have coming up at kcconvention.com. Snow removal isn't just limited to Kansas City, Missouri streets. The Aviation Department removes snow from the tarmacs and runways to keep KCI travelers moving.
It's all about passenger safety. If it's unsafe, we're going to close the airfield for them. It's going to be an inconvenience, but we don't want an aircraft going off a taxiway or a runway.
Vision Zero, a plan to improve safety on KC's streets and intersections for pedestrians, drivers, and cyclists, was adopted by Council last year. Now we want to hear from you as we move forward with improving the first 7 intersections in the plan. An in-person meeting will be held on Tuesday, March 29th at the new East Village Transit Center, and online Wednesday, March 30th. Get the link at kcmo.gov/Vision Zero. Thanks for watching the Weekly Report. I'm Kamiko Black-Gilmore. Stay tuned for videos on all these items, plus more great city videos. Have a great week.
Here at the World of Wheels, we have what we consider rolling automotive art. We think about 700 entries this year. So we have restored muscle cars, hot rods, custom cars, trucks, motorcycles, race cars, lowriders, a cross-section of everything. So if you have a little bit of an automotive interest, we will have it here. Much of our public are not automotive people. And they'll come up the escalator and they just look at this and they see when the lights are on and they see all these cars, these fancy cars, and they just say, wow. Because when everything's all set up, it's really an impressive show when you first walk in. What we're doing is trying to promote family entertainment. We want mom and dad and the kids to come here and just enjoy their entire day here. There's a large automotive community here in Kansas City, but I don't know what it is. This is just a city that supports this kind of a show. We've been very successful here. This is a great city, and this is our 3rd largest show. And we're thrilled to come back here every year. We really do like it here. One of the things we really like about Bartle Hall, this is an easy building to get in and out of. That's a big thing when you've got a 25 or a 30, 40-foot trailer behind your truck, and you've got to go up a ramp and make a curve and go around a corner. This is just in and out. It's very simple, so our car owners can get in and out of here easily. And it's right in the heart of downtown. And hotels, my goodness, there's an awful lot of hotels in downtown Kansas City, and restaurants, so there's lots going on here for our participants, our car owners. They want to go out for dinner and they want to do a little bit of sightseeing and so on. This is a great city for them. So the whole package, when we look at the whole package, this is just a great venue for us.
I'm Bob Johnson, manager of the airport operations. I oversee the staffing, the forecasting of snow removal, the weather coming inbound. We work on 12-hour shifts with our maintenance staffs. We separate that into landside and airside. Approximately 20 people. That means not only 20 people, but 20 pieces of snow removal equipment out there on the airfield. We have what's referred to as a conga line, which usually entails about 14 pieces of equipment. So it's a combination of front end brooms, which are these wide, counter-rotating bristles, and that clears off snow. Then we have a plow that moves the snow even further to the edge, and we do a combination of that, and then it's followed up by a couple of snow blowers. These aren't your typical snow blowers. These are behemoths. They throw a lot of snow at a very high rate, and it throws it quite far. Please keep in mind, there's more challenges that we have. You have vehicles still going down I-29, and they're typically traveling maybe during a snowstorm 30, 40 miles an hour. My traffic on my runways are going about 160 miles an hour. The other challenge we have is that MoDOT, they'll dump salt on the roadway to melt the snow and ice. We don't have that liberty here at the airport. There are certain standards. Aircraft are corrosive to salt, and therefore we can't use any type of potassium salt content. So what we use is a combination of sand, believe it or not. It's a certain type of sieve sand that we put down that creates actually a sandpaper type of friction on the runway. The other one is we use a product called E36, or a liquid potassium acetate, which what it does is actually reduces the freezing temperature of snow and ice. To do the entire airfield, it costs about $30,000-$40,000. Okay, and some of these ice events that we do experience here in the Midwest, we might have to apply the airfield like 4 times. It's all about passenger safety. If it's unsafe, we're going to close the airfield for them. It's going to be an inconvenience, but we don't want an aircraft going off a taxiway or a runway.
Back in May of 2020, City Council passed a resolution for the Vision Zero program with the goal of eliminating fatal and serious crashes in Kansas City by 2030. We know that we can eliminate fatal and serious crashes through engineering, education, and enforcement, and that's what we plan to do. Roads are designed with the future in mind, and normally that accounts for about a 2% traffic volume increase year over year. But what we've been seeing in the data lately is a 2% decline in traffic volume year over year. So a lot of the roads just have more capacity than they need, and that leads to dangerous driving behavior. Kansas City has a pretty poor record of traffic safety. We're 10%, we have a 10% higher crash rate than the state of Missouri, and a 42% higher crash rate than the US average. And you know, the vast majority, 85% of those crashes, fatal and serious injury crashes, are car on car. So someone dies or their life is changed forever by that car crash. And this is getting worse over time. We've seen a 42% increase in fatal crashes since 2010 and a 25% increase in serious injury crashes since 2010. We all deserve better. No one should get hurt or die or seriously injured on their way to work or the grocery store or to see a friend. We can do better, and this is the beginning of it. We have 50 neighborhood traffic calming projects, and then we also have 50 traffic signal upgrades, which are going to provide more time for pedestrians to cross the street safely. And then lastly, we have a Vision Zero action plan, and that's one of the things that we're going to be moving on this summer. So that's how to address the issue of traffic safety going forward. So it's how we build our roads, how we design our roads, and then systemically, how do we create the process where we are making sure that the infrastructure we build for transportation is as safe as it can possibly be. We have public meetings that we are hosting. The first one is Tuesday, March 29th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the East Village Transit Center. So that's at the corner of 12th and Charlotte. It's a new facility built by KCATA, and we're gonna have a bunch of displays there and sort of an open house to discuss these first 7 rapid implementation intersections. And then the next day, on Wednesday, March 30th from noon to 1, we're gonna have a virtual meeting, which you can join on the computer or on your phone, and you can find all of the necessary information at the city's Vision Zero webpage at kcmo.gov/Vision Zero.
Thanks to bulldozers, power saws, and people, Kessler Park is a lot cleaner.
It's just huge to see something that looks like a garbage dump, and then by the end of the day it looks like nature again, so it's pretty awesome.
This is our park blitz. So we do these for different parks throughout the year, just parks that haven't gotten just enough attention for a while.
On this day, employees from Kansas City's Parks and Rec Department used heavy equipment to push broken and burnt logs. They cut back invasive honeysuckle, and they collected piles of trash. But this is more than just a city effort.
Years past, we would do this with just our own staff, but since we have created the Park Ambassador Program with Kelly Jander. We have an amazing set of volunteers that come out and help us pick up the trash.
Chris Lowrance is one of those volunteers.
It just seemed sad to me that, you know, the kids were out there and had a place to play, and there were bottles and trash and things like that around. So it just seemed like it was really important to start cleaning it up.
Kate Barsati is another volunteer and a neighbor.
I live in Columbus Park and we love Cliff Drive. It's an amazing asset. And lately, unfortunately, it has suffered a lot of illegal dumping and trash. So we're really excited about everyone here cleaning up for us and hopefully reclaiming the asset. This has been years of neglect, and a lot of volunteers have invested a lot of time and a lot of effort. It's a hard site to clean, but worthwhile.
The Parks Department has more than a dozen cleanups planned for Earth Day on April 22nd. To register to help or to sign up to become a park ambassador, go to kcparks.org/volunteering.